And a good Friday evening. Welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. In for Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom. Before we begin today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside the weather window. And what's that? Hardly any smoke we see looking down upon the Wenatchee Valley. Oh, how sweet it is. And our weekend forecast has some changes in store with some more cloudiness and some mountain showers on Saturday and more cool fall-like temperatures. Our smoke trend also, good news, with that cold front moving in, will decrease in the smoke of the valleys and make our air more enjoyable, even though the smoke may be replaced by clouds in the first part of next week. It looks like we're in for some cleaner air. More on your forecast coming up later in our newscast. And now a few of the top stories that we're following for you tonight. Make that Ferry County folks are upset with Fish and Wildlife about a possible wolf attack. A slime fundraiser to help canine cause in Grant County, specifically in Moses Lake, and a closure of a major highway in our region begins on Sunday. But first, we begin tonight. Florida police are investigating a shooting that occurred last night in the Basin Street area. The incident forced the closure of State Route 28 for several hours. Police say they responded in the 6 o'clock hour to reports of multiple gunshots at the Shortstop gas station and at the Tienda Mexicana Veracruz restaurant. The shooting had ended when officers arrived, but one person had been wounded. The scene was secured and the injured person transported to hospital, but the extent of the injury is not known. No names have been released at this point as police continue their investigation. Information is being sought on possible suspects, and the Ephrata Police Department is your contact if you have any information to share. Well, cattle ranchers in Ferry County are angered over 2 calves found injured in a possible wolf attack. They're also upset about the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife's response. Steve Hare reports.
It's reported that cowboys found the 2 calves 2 days ago while range riding in the Kettle River Range area. State House Representative Joel Kretz, who also owns a horse ranch in that area, reported the incident on his Facebook page. He said the calves were brought back down the hill to a holding area, and that's where the cowboys sheltered them overnight. Now, Kretz said the state was notified immediately, but agents failed to respond until the next day. Kretz claims that after first confirming the incident as a wolf attack, the officers changed it to a, quote, probable attack because of what they called lack of hemorrhaging. Kretz claims that if they had responded when called, they could have witnessed external hemorrhaging as the calf bled. He says to examine internal hemorrhaging, they would have had to have skinned a living calf. Kretz claims the wolves responsible for the attack are members of the Profanity Pack. That's the pack, one of several gray wolf packs that are protected as endangered species by Washington State. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
Thank you much, Steve. Well, it might be slime to you, but a little 9-year-old girl has used the sticky gooey substance to raise over $20,000 for the Moses Lake Police Department's canine program. Kenna Morrison, who does business as Slime by Kenna, decided a few weeks ago that she was going to donate the sales of slime from the farmer's market to charity. Since she loves dogs, her mom is a veterinarian, by the way, and cops, 2 Moses Lake Police Department officers live on her street, she decided on the Moses Lake PD K9 program. The sales raised $1,000, and she also went around to over 60 local businesses asking them to donate her match. It was a successful, in fact, overwhelming success. Yesterday, Kenna swung by the police department with a donation of $20,275 towards the purchase of a second canine. Congratulations, Kenna. Well, if work or pleasure means traveling over Blewett Pass next week, you'll have to change your routes. Beginning at 9 p.m. Sunday, September 9th, the road will be closed for 5 days while contracting crews working for the Washington Department of Transportation replace 3 culverts under the highway. Highway 97 will be closed from Mineral Springs Campground to Swat Creek. With an average of 6,100 vehicles crossing Blewett Pass each day, travelers will need to use alternative routes such as I-90 or use US 2. There will be no detours available around the work zone. Work begins this week, which means if necessary, both directions of US 97 alternate through a single lane during daytime hours with delays of up to 20 minutes expected. Coming up next, it's fair time in Cashmere. We'll check in on the Chelan County Fair. We could have a state teacher in our midst, well, especially if you live in Manson. And Steve Hare sits down with Senator Brad Hawkins. I'm Eric Granstrom, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News for this Friday, the 7th of September, 2018. It's day 2 of the Chelan County Fair in Cashmere. The fairgrounds open each day at 10 o'clock in the morning. The FFA and 4-H livestock barns also open with showing and judging each day. Kids put a lot of work into raising their livestock in preparation for Saturday's auction. Eastmont School District has posted a video on their Facebook page that explains their FFA program.
My name is Jennifer Crane. I am one of the ag teachers in Eastmont School District. I teach at the junior high with 8th grade Introduction to Ag Science and 9th grade Animal Biology. I'm also one of the FFA advisors and get the privilege of seeing a lot of our students go through the entire program. Currently, as we're starting a brand new year, we are still growing and getting our students. Last year we had about 80 students involved between the 8th grade to the 12th grade. For the students, it's a huge responsibility because they're learning how to take care of something other than themselves. And for an 8th grader, that 8th and 9th grader, that's a huge thing. And I love seeing the kids. So it all takes in the watering, the feeding, and that's done at least twice a day. For the kids, it is a very sorrowful time. Being already through one other fair of that Sunday of saying goodbye to your animal, that is absolutely, it's very sorrowful. Some kids, they're great and they're happy to get rid of their animal. Get it away from me. I get to have my mornings back and don't have to wake up every single morning to go feed, and I can go do stuff with my friends and not have this responsibility. And that's some of the kids' mind. But some of the kids, they want to get rid of it. Some of them, it becomes their friend. So if you are interested in coming in and supporting our students, we have a lot of great students that are here. They're going to be your best leaders here in the future. Why not come support them? Tomorrow, on Thursday, is our market animal day. On Friday is our fitting and showing, where the kids are all going to look all nice and dressed up. Every single day we try to do that. And then Saturday is auction day. If you want to come out and purchase an animal or support the kids monetarily, more than welcome. Or if you just want to come say hi with us.
Now, for a short time, I used to run the fair up in Waterville. And as you go to the Chelan County Fair this weekend, aside from congratulating the kids on what they've done with their animals and such, thank the volunteers, because these fairs don't happen without volunteers. By the way, the Pro West Rodeo is featured attraction of the weekend. Starts at 7 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Tonight, country music star Colin Ray takes to the stage with a performance at 7:30. Well, Manson School District music teacher Matt Brown has been selected as a finalist for the Washington State Teacher of the Year Award. The award will be announced by State School Superintendent Chris Reichdahl at an award ceremony at the Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle on September 10th. Brown is one of 9 finalists from across the state. Each finalist was recently chosen as the Teacher of the Year for their individual regions of the state. Brown graduated from the University of Washington in 2005 with a bachelor's degree in music education. He teaches 6th through 12th grade band and as well as guitar and piano. He also teaches jazz band and choir. The 9 finalists will meet in Olympia this weekend through the 10th to give speeches and conduct interviews. Good luck to Mr. Brown. Well, State Senator Brad Hawkins is preparing to hit the road this month for a series of listening sessions around the 12th Legislative District, which includes Chelan, Douglas, and parts of Grant and Okanagan County. He tells NCW Life News Director Steve Hare that he's found the listening sessions to be very useful in helping him identify and act on the issues and concerns within the district.
Last year we gave that a try and people responded really positively. And so much so that we added sort of an extra day on this one, so it just wasn't quite so busy driving around the whole district and making all the stops and making sure we had adequate time to really hear from people and hear their thoughts and concerns and ideas, because I bring staff with me from Olympia. We have extra sets of ears to do the listening, and sometimes it leads, things I hear during the listening tour leads to either legislative ideas or budget requests and things like that for the upcoming session.
Now, his tour this year will include some of the same stops as last year, such as Leavenworth, Wenatchee, and Chelan, along with a mix of new locations, including Cashmere, Coulee City, Soap Lake, Waterville, Bridgeport, and Twisp. Log on to our website at ncwlife.com for more dates and locations. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update and our feature story tonight, that and much more. Still to come here on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
If you want to work in healthcare, choose the program that teaches the skills employers want. The Charter College Medical Assistant Program combines hands-on learning in the lab with convenient online learning, plus real-life experience with an externship. Classes start every 5 weeks, so you don't have to wait to launch your new career. Enroll with confidence, knowing Charter is institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, and be ready to work in less than a year. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Hi, Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. When you think of Alpine Air in Wenatchee, think of professional, friendly customer service for all your heating and cooling needs. Alpine Air partners with Carrier, manufacturers of some of the best heating and air conditioning equipment available today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Visit our store in Wenatchee, meet our people, see our shop. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
I love nature, but I signed up to lease Hondas, not take a hike. I know, right?
Hey everybody, come on up. The reason why I brought you out here is for a great team building exercise.
Customer wants to talk lifetime warranty. Can I go?
Yeah, go.
Hey, us too, we gotta go.
Go.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Finally Friday to you. Thanks for watching us here on the NCW Life channel. Time for sports. We'll start things off with a look at the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from last night. First in soccer, Quincy defended the home pitch with a 4-1 win over Chelan in non-league play. The Cashmere-Eastmont game postponed due to poor air quality throughout the Wenatchee Valley. So far, no makeup date has been set. We'll keep an eye on things this weekend to see if it affects any more outdoor sports. Indoors last night in early season volleyball action, it was Eastmont traveling to Selah, falling to the Vikings 3-1. The Wildcats able to rebound from a first game loss to win the second and edge 26-24. But in the third, 25-14, they lost in the fourth. Cascade, meanwhile, fell on the road at LaSalle 3-1. Manson came up with a win over Lake Roosevelt 3-1. Chelan blanked Wenatchee 3-0. Very busy prep football schedule gets underway tonight across the region, and looks like we're going to be okay smoke-wise. Etihad hosting Selkirk tonight at 6. The rest of the games kick off at 7 with Eastmont at Pasco. Wenatchee's on the road at Lewiston. Cascade hosts Ephrata. Cashmere is also at home against Sultan. Chelan's on the road at Warden. Manson hosts Oroville, and Curlew plays a visit at Waterville Mansion. Mansfield. Well, the Eastmont Wildcats opened the season with an impressive 20-0 shutout of Wilson last Friday. Going back to last season, that's the 6th consecutive win for Eastmont. Senior linebacker and captain Jaron Schneider says the team rallies around their covenant.
Dedication, family, and strength. So a dedicated family is strong. That's kind of our covenants. You know.
What does that mean for you being a part of this team and being a senior this year?
Giving 100% in everything, staying after, doing extra work, family, you know, getting to know guys I don't talk to necessarily every day more and more, getting to know each other. And the strength part is like mentally and physically, so you got to know what you're doing, but also put in the time in the weight room to get better.
Eastmont coach Michael Don was pleased with his defense and wants to see improvements on the offense tonight when the club travels to Pasco. Don says while they enjoyed the win last Friday and 6 wins in a row going back to last season, doesn't mean the program has arrived yet.
Enjoy the wins. I mean, you don't want to forget to enjoy, the wins and enjoy successes, but as soon as you're done with the win, it's time to start working on week 2. You can't think about what you've done. You got to think about where you're going. And as far as the culture goes, it's always a build. As soon as you think you've got it nailed and as soon as you think you're where you need to be, you're starting to fall behind. So we got to continue to get better every week and not think about, we're here, we're not there yet.
Eastmont will go for its 7th straight win tonight at 7 o'clock. Well, Wenatchee, meanwhile, is taking its 46-man roster to Lewiston, Idaho tonight to try to earn their first victory of the season and snap a 4-game losing streak stretching back to last season. Coach Scott Devereaux says that means improving on the pass defense after the Panthers surrendered 5 touchdown passes last week.
Well, the guy we played last week was really good. The guy from Lewiston isn't quite at that level, but he is good. He's actually probably a better runner and passer. But I think we're prepared for the deep ball now since we saw him flying quite a bit last week. And so our focus is just on us, improve what we do, and get better day to day.
We asked senior linebacker Jaden Christofferson if you just try to forget the 52-0 loss on opening night.
Yes and no. Erase the doubt from last week, but also keep that in your mind to learn from your mistakes and just get better from it.
Wenatchee at Lewiston tonight at 7 o'clock. Also on tap this weekend in prep sports, the prep soccer pitch tomorrow. Cascade hosts University Prep, while Luke is at Chelan at 11 o'clock. Cashmere hosts Prosser. Hazen's at Eastmont. Wenatchee travels to Ingram at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Couple of volleyball matches tomorrow as well. First, Cashmere hosts Cle Elum at 12:30, while Central Valley's at Wenatchee at 2:30. First cross-country meets of the season. Looking for some better air and finding it as Eastmont and Wenatchee are on the road at Shadle Park for their invite at 9 a.m. Cashmere and Cascade at the Moses Lake invite at 10 o'clock. The Wenatchee Wild begin defense of their BCHL championship tonight. They're on the road at Vernon to take on the Vipers at 7 o'clock. Following tonight's game, they'll be in Surrey against the Eagles tomorrow at 7. Plenty going on around the area this weekend as far as sports and recreation. Wenatchee Valley Super Oval features Les Schwab night tomorrow night at the races. Action features pro late models, vintage modifieds, thunder cars, street stocks, road runners. Gates open at 5, racing at 6:30. Leavenworth Golf Course is set for the 10th annual Cascade Couples Championship tomorrow and Sunday, and the 46th annual Lake Chelan Sailing Regatta tomorrow and Sunday at Lake Chelan beginning at 10 a.m. tomorrow, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Here's what we have as far as college football is concerned on the gridiron this weekend. Central Washington's on the road at Monmouth, Oregon to play Western at 1:05. Huskies try to bounce back from an opening loss to Auburn. They'll take on North Dakota tomorrow at 2 on the Pac-12 network. Eastern Washington travels to Northern Arizona at 3, and Washington State opens at home against San Jose State tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, also on the Pac-12 network. A couple of quick items. Mariners are hosting the Yankees this weekend. The Seahawks are on the road at Denver to take on the Broncos. And that's a look at sports news here on the NCW Life Channel. As we get to our feature of the day, 4 times a year, volunteers from across the valley gather clothes for children and give them away to those in need. In tonight's feature story, Dan Kuntz and Shauna Larson talk about God's Closet.
God's Closet is a wonderful event. It's being put on once again this year at the Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church on Sunday. And the chief organizer, and if I just gave you a promotion, congratulations.
Yeah, really.
Shauna Larson pays us a visit whenever a God's Closet event comes up. We have one on Sunday. Welcome. Shauna, give everybody an idea of what exactly God's Closet is.
So God's Closet is a nonprofit organization that we have here in the Valley now. And we collect and give away children's clothing, equipment, toys, pretty much everything that relates to children, ages newborn to young adult.
It's been wildly successful. It's a huge event, as people are going to be able to see. It takes over the entire parking lot pretty much, plus some of the inside of the Valley View Adventist Church.
Yes, it does. We have a lot of stuff that comes in. A lot of our stuff comes from Seattle, and yet at the same time with the advertising, we have really increased local donations also. So we appreciate those local donations, and you know, people need to understand they're going back into the community and blessing someone else.
And of course, it should be noted that this is back to school time, so this is a good time for parents to get some clothes for the kids.
Absolutely, and we also have our winter clothing out, boots, lots of coats, kind of just getting ready for the cold season coming in too.
Now, if people have clothes that they don't need anymore, children's clothes that are just lying around, the kids have outgrown them, or they've just held on to them, they can donate them, right?
Absolutely donate them. At our church, 1201 Northeast 10th Street, or 10th Street Northeast, we have a drop-off box there that people can drop off, or they can call my cell phone and 264-7412, and we'll pick up.
What are the times on Sunday?
The times on Sunday are 10 to 2.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you show up at 1:58, they're not going to turn you away?
No.
No.
Nope.
No. Cool.
Yeah.
One more thing before we cut you loose. You mentioned it's mostly clothing, but there are other things that people can pick up absolutely no charge at all, such as?
High chairs, bassinets, exercisers.
All things
yeah,
kids
just
related. All
everything.
Things kids related.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tons of toys.
Good.
Yep.
Good. We like that
Yeah.
as well. Can you do me a favor and get a hold of us early next week and let us know how it went?
We can.
Shauna Larson, God's Closet, this Sunday at the Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church in East Wenatchee. Dan Kuntz, NCW Life News.
Thank you much, Daniel. We'll come back with your local forecast coming up next on the NCW Life channel.
Vamanos junk haulers are pleased to announce they've added moving services to their list of ways to make your life easier. Vamanos Moving Service. No move is too big or small. In fact, Vamanos does it all. Vamanos employees are experienced at moving your home, office, business, and storage. They'll carefully load and unload your belongings. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vamanos also rents trucks and cargo trailers. Call Vamanos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
And welcome back once again to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Eric Granstrom filling in for Grant Olson, who we gave the day off. I think it's his daughter's birthday, so happy birthday. All right, before we get to our forecast, let's again take a look out our weather window here for the Wenatchee Valley. And finally, looks like some of that smoke is starting to scour out. Now, how is that happening? Well, we have a cold front that is arriving. We'll talk more about that here in a second, but just a gorgeous view from the cross cam looking down at the Columbia River, the Senator George Seller Bridge, and our lovely valley that we've kind of missed, haven't we, here for a while. So let's talk about things. A cold front is arriving tonight with gusty winds and isolated scattered light rain showers, mainly in the higher elevations. Might see some thunder shower activity. Expect cooler fall-like temperatures through the weekend and through the middle of next week with more showery and breezy weather. That cold front will sweep through the region tonight with a band of light showers, gusterly westerly winds, isolated thunder showers possible this evening in the lee of the Cascades. So that's on the east side of the Cascades, decreasing to a small chance near the Canadian border overnight tonight. So here's our forecast for the Wenatchee Valley and north central Washington tonight. Isolated showers and possible thunder showers. 60 for the low tonight. We should see a mostly sunny day tomorrow with a high of 77. Tomorrow night, winds picking up with the clouds moving in a little bit. Tomorrow night's low, that is about 57 degrees. As we look through the rest of the weekend, mostly sunny on Sunday, breezy. High temperature maybe a little warmer than Saturday, getting up to about 78 degrees. And then mostly sunny on Monday with a high of 75. Then here come the clouds and more, I guess, seasonal temperatures, if you will. Tuesday, a 20% chance of rain. The high Tuesday about 73 degrees, looking at lows down around 50 at night. Wednesday, cloudy with a chance of showers possible, a high of 74. So that rain chance only about 20% on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but definitely some cooler daytime temperatures and some chilly evenings. So if you're heading out for football next week on Friday, then make your plans accordingly. And best of all, news of all of this is with the cold front moving in and the winds picking up. That will scour out a lot of our smoke we've had forever, it seems, here in the Wenatchee Valley and north central Washington. Now the fires are not going to burn out from the rains that we're expecting. They are not going to go out. It is going to take as they say, a season-ending event, and that will probably be October before we get anything like that. Season-ending event for some of these wildfires in higher elevations means snow, gang. So we're not looking at anything like that for a while, and really no significant rain for a while in our forecast. But just a little bit of a change next week, and it will certainly feel nice. We'll get these evening where you can go back outside, have a late barbecue. I know Labor Day's passed, but you can still barbecue. It's okay. That's going to do it for our newscast here tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook and on our website. And that's a great location for all the latest news, sports, weather. ncwlife.com is our web address. That's ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com. You see it on the screen there. Also, you can call us at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz and news with our news director Steve Hare. That's all coming up Monday right here on the NCW Life channel. Congratulations, birthday girl back there. Megan did a great job this week, doing a lot of work for us here at the NCW Life channel. So I hope your birthday was okay, Megan. That's going to do it for news tonight. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night and a great weekend.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. located on 5th and Mission.